I'm actually in real estate development, so I think I have some pretty good knowledge about construction and the rules of the road. And I secured a loan to buy this property because I still had my home in Lorain. And I put in place a construction loan, very typical, and made a mistake that I didn't realize. And that mistake was I allowed a contractor on site, and the contractor broke ground in a very minor way, looking for either a water tap or a sewer location. And when the title insurance inspector, he notified me that unfortunately he wasn't going to be able to write title insurance because construction had commenced. And I said, well, you're mistaken, because I gave clear orders to the construction group that we would not commence until we got approval from the bank. And he corrected me to tell me that construction did commence and that they wouldn't be writing title insurance. Well, I wasn't too pleased with him, and I decided that I would just contact another title company. Well, I found out he was right, and I went to 3 different groups, and the rules have changed. And here I was kind of like sitting in a very unusual situation. And I looked into what my options were, and clearly I had an option with the cash value that I have in my insurance policies for my own personal family planning, but I also had access to corporate life insurance policy cash value. So I used a combination of the personal and corporate to build a multi-million-dollar home, and was able to get traditional financing after I got my occupancy permit from the city. So it came in handy. I've shown my wife where our policies are at. I've shown her what happens if I were to pass away. And I have notes on my policies. So my wife knows how much money she's going to get. She sleeps good at night because she knows that the family will be taken care of, and taken care of properly. And, I just think it's a responsibility. And, when I got married at 24, I felt like I had a huge responsibility. And when I had my first of 3 children starting at 27, that responsibility grew exponentially. I just think that it's absolutely a fundamental move to put a policy into your portfolio. I mean, the argument against it doesn't hold weight at all with me. I mean, you're securing life insurance with a component that's building an incredible cash value, exponential growth in a cash value side of it, that someday you might need it. And you don't know if you're going to need it or not, but you can sleep really well knowing that you have it. The fact that you might not need it, that's fine. But if you do need it, it's there. And my wife knows it's there. My wife saw during the construction of this house what benefit it played. She knows if anything happens, we can always fall back on it. And she knows that the life insurance is behind that. I met Brett and Ethan in what we call a mastermind group. And it's a bunch of successful people that come from different businesses that get together a couple times a year to share strategies to capitalize on opportunities and to help people work through problems. And I've been around you guys for a couple years now in our mastermind strategy, and have worked with you outside of that on some opportunities that we've explored. And I'll recommend that to anybody that's considering you guys, that you guys are stand-up guys, you're strong family valued people, and they're high moral people, and I don't think anyone has anything to be worried about. I strongly recommend that people take into consideration what you guys are offering, because you're really doing them a service. You're doing people a favor. And when I got involved in trying to understand what life insurance was all about as a young guy, I had some people around me that led me down the right path. And it's proven to be true, and it's proven to be valuable as I move through my business issues, and I move through my personal issues.